Hi everybody, it's Joseph-Hawes from Planetgg, and this month my subject is burnout. And I feel, touching the festive season, we run ourselves ragged, right? Now they say that burnout is a state of severe physical, mental and emotional exhaustion from prolonged, unmanaged stress, often from work, but it can also be from personal life. Now we miss the key signs like feeling drained, being over cynical, feeling less ineffective, headaches, migraines, insomnia, severe trouble sleeping, and reduced motivation. But they can come from so many different things, from environmental life pressures, work environmental pressures, overwhelming workloads. We have a list of things that contribute to that burnout. But recovery is recognizing those symptoms. Recovery is setting boundaries, managing stress, and seeking support, but also addressing the underlying causes. Now, I mentioned earlier, that symptoms can be emotional, physical, and mental. Emotional can be something like you're feeling hopeless, detached, quite irritable, and trust me, I know what I'm talking about here, overwhelmed, or just literally not feeling present. And the physical can leave you feeling so chronically tired. Frequent headaches, muscle pain, and quite often you feel sick. And then we talk about our mental or behavioural health. That decreases our performance because we're overthinking things, reduces our motivation, and leaves us with difficulty concentrating, and quite often withdrawing away from responsibility and activities because we're not quite sure that we'll be able to deliver. So with all those different things, and I know that the list is much bigger than what I've said, how do we recover? How do we look at this and set in mind or set in place the best thing for us? The first thing is to recognise and reset. Acknowledge the signs. Take breaks to decompress. Stop and acknowledge what is going on. You know that something's going on. You know you're not feeling quite great. Acknowledge the signs. Set boundaries. Learn to say no. Now, I'm only learning how to say that, but learn to say no. Protect your personal time. We know that life isn't easy, but learn to say no. Set those boundaries now, not tomorrow, now. And then the infamous manage stress. Now, I'm sure we would literally retire. We wouldn't have to win the lottery if we knew what tonic we could get to manage stress, right? However, there are small things that we can incorporate into our lives. Small techniques, exercise, hobbies, personal time for yourself. Even if you give yourself 5-10 minutes a day, you're managing your stress. If you feel that kettle has boiled, then stop. Walk away from the environment that's stressing you for a minute or two, or 60 seconds, whatever it is. Take a comfort break, but manage that stress. And you do that often, I can promise you that every single time you say to yourself, I'm stressed, I'm going to deal with it, you're managing it. It's slowly changing. Another point is seek support. Sometimes we can't do this on our own, right? Talk to friends, family, or reach out to mental health professionals. By talking about it, by airing it out, you have automatically given yourself the first step of a release. Seek support. And then one of my final points is address the root causes. Work with people to try and address it. Your work colleagues, work with your employers on workload. Reassess personal commitments if possible. Work with family, loved ones. Think about the root causes. Address it. Because if we don't, then nobody knows exactly what is causing your burnout. Yes, they will identify the changes in you, but every single person that you reach out to will appreciate the fact that you are looking to recover from that situation. So I wish you all the best of this festive holiday. I want to make sure that you know how to deal with it on the other side. But have a great time and happy holidays. Take care.